right, let's get all the pop outs. Okay, let's send this. I gotta go fix the camera. They're still talking behind the scenes, but I had to bail because I had to do work for the station, get it sorted. But they're still going on. Okay. Interesting. What the heck? Okay, we gotta get back. Pop out. We've got YouTube. We need Rumble. $65 degrees going down to 57. Beautiful. All right, let's see. I think we got them all. All right, I'm gonna go outside and adjust the camera. I'm just gonna do a check to see where, because tonight is the peak of the Delta Aquarids. 15 to 20 an hour. Okay, that's mine. This thing has gone insane. Okay, let's try it over. Delta Aquarids. That's what I thought. So we're right in the position. It's just coming up on the horizon now. So it's still way low. Saturn is right above the radiant. It's amazing. So it's not even up because we're looking at a higher terrain. So we're not going to see it for a while. But tonight is the peak for the Delta Aquarids meteor shower. And I believe it's 15 to 20 per hour. I can verify that. I think it's that. Let's find out. Delta Aquarids 2023. Here it is. We don't want to see it in the UK. It's saying here it doesn't have a noticeable peak. $15 to $20 tonight is the peak. It favors the southern hemisphere. So again, that's going to be the focus tonight. And it is confirmed it is tonight. the peak. Anyway, I'm going to go outside and play with the camera. Get that done. Oh. It's a beautiful night. Now the moon is out, so that is an issue. Daddy Kanaka! Okay. It's not too bad. Doesn't look too bad. All right, let me just check a couple of things. Make sure the station is good. And we're good to go. Now, I'll stay on YouTube for a little bit. It's not going to be an all-night thing, but I'm going to play a file so I could just sit back and relax for a little bit. It's kind of been a long day. I'm tearing up this deck from all the rain. The water seems to have gotten under a cracked tile. And then it was wet, and it compromised other 18 by 18 tiles. So I had to remove them all. It's got to dry thoroughly. I scraped the hell out of it. So tomorrow I've got some work to do out there. It was insane. Big job. $200 in damage at least from buying the supplies I need to fix it. So we'll see. And down. But thank God I'm good at what I do. Okay, let's get Skype up. And I already replaced those three. And now I gotta put leveler tomorrow. I gotta close these doors. Even though it's beautiful out there, mosquitoes are getting in. I could see them. No good. Can't have that. So, let's see. If I do image, now we can bring it down. That is image number 1. I replaced those 3 tiles. I have to regrout, obviously. But there's a lot more to do. I had to rip all that out. All that was compromised. And then I had to fill it in. Tomorrow I'll drop some leveler in there to level it out again, because that is pressure treated. The thickest plywood you can buy when I made that deck. But because one tile was cracked, it compromised that whole area. And I have to let it dry thoroughly before I put the leveler right in that spot there to level it out. And then I can let that dry for a day, and then I can put the tiles back. Thank God the next few days, no rain, very low humidity, perfect conditions to do this repair. That's why I'm doing it now. So it's all about timing. It wouldn't dry properly if it's high humidity. It's got to be low humidity like it is now. It's perfect conditions to do this repair. And thank God I had the tiles. I had 2 cases of these tiles because I can't find them. I cannot find them. I bought them in Lowe's. No more. Can't find them anywhere. But thankfully, I have the existing tiles, but 4 were cracked. I found 4 that were cracked. People dropping shit. Who knows how it happened? But, you know, things happen out there that I don't even know. I know now. So that's what I had to go through. And like I said, it's not inexpensive to buy the adhesive, the grout, the leveler. That shit is expensive. And I bought a bag of leveler that I got to mix and pour in there. There's no way I'm going to mix the grout or the adhesive, because that's just too much. And then it turns lumpy. You have to really mix it well. If you don't, it's not going to adhere properly. So I'd just rather buy the tubs. A little bit more money, but it's worth it. Oh my gosh, so I got a big project now right there. Right in front of the house. Major project. So that'll keep me busy for a little bit, to say the least. But it's all good, because at least I can do it myself. And thankfully, none of them cracked where I have to recut, get the wet saw out. That is a whole different ballgame, because I don't know if my wet saw blade is dull or it's still good. I don't have to go there. I don't know if anybody's used the wet saw. But it's no fun. It's not hard to use. It's just no fun to use. It's a pain. And it's messy. And you definitely have to wear goggles. And you should definitely wear a pair of gloves. Because it can chip. It can fly when you're cutting. So thank God I don't have to do any cutting. It's just replacing the existing whole tile. What was that? A shooter? That was not a lightning bug. That was a shooter. Small one. So we should see some activity tonight. There could be Perseids, early Perseids mixed in. That's the big one that's coming in 2 weeks. That's the big shower. The big one. And Geminids in December. But Perseids is amazing. If it's weather like this, and it will be a moonless night, the moon's not going to be a problem. Perseids should be amazing. I think it's the night of August 13th. I could look it up. I think it's August 13th. Perseids 2023. The 12th. The night of the 12th. August 12th. The night of, into the morning of the 13th, is the peak for the Perseids meteor shower. That's a big one. That's one I don't like to miss if the weather cooperates. We'll see about that. But tonight is a beautiful night. And sadly, I'm going to have to put the air on because of the bugs. Even though there's screen doors and they've got serious screens on it, they find a way in. It's 63. going down to 55 tonight, 55 tomorrow night, 53 Tuesday night, 58 Wednesday night, and then the heat comes back. So we have 4 awesome, refreshing nights out there in the 50s. Yeah, it hits 80, 81 during the day, but this is beautiful. It's air conditioned right there, natural. It's amazing. But like I said, because I got that door open for the back deck, this door open for the front deck. And of course the bugs are attracted by the light. Oh shit, there's a lightning bug in the house right now. How did he get in? Right here, I don't want to harm him. He fell. Or she fell. But they're getting in, so I'm gonna, it sucks, but I'm gonna have to put the air. I don't have a choice. Alright, let's see. What are we going to play? 'Cause I am not going to do much talking. Just too tired. I'll put Martin's.
Across the street from the building, because that building opened up earlier. And then we went inside and went down through a tunnel into the Rayburn building. And then once we got there, we stood in line, and we were the first basically block of people that got there. We watched other people like waltz in at 9 o'clock and get front row seats, where we waited, all that time. But anyway, and there was an issue where some people cut in line in front of us, and we almost did not get in.
We almost didn't.
And if I didn't speak up, we would have not gotten in. But I said, hey, these people right there, they got here at 7. I was here at 5:40, and the guy listened to me, luckily, and he let us in. So we got in. My producer Donna and I, Chris, we had got the last.
I barely snuck in. Like they said stop, and and then there's one more seat at the end, and then I went in.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Boy, was that close.
Yeah.
So a couple of things. Let's see. Let me just. I have something I forgot to remove here. Okay. And let me just finish this and back again. So a couple of things. I've been speaking with Randall Nickerson of the Ariel Phenomenon movie, the great filmmaker, good friend. And I talked to him last night, and I said, well, where are you now? And he said, I'm in front of the building. And I said, well, what are you going to do? And he says, I'm staying here. He got there and stayed there overnight just to get in. He was first in line. And so when people were like the reporters were coming up along the line, and by the way, we both got on interviewed by CNN.
Yes,
They were looking for Martin, and Chris jumped in. Hey, by the way,
I stepped in front of the camera. Actually, they were handing the microphone to Martin, and I stepped in front.
yeah,
And,
what a ham. But anyway, so we both were interviewed by CNN. But anyway,
yeah.
reporters, and I said, well, do you want to speak to someone interesting? You know, there's Daniel Sheehan, the lawyer, Harvard lawyer. There's, you know, these different people standing in line. And Daniel agreed to be on the show later on in a couple of months. But so I'd say, oh, you gotta go talk to Randall Nickerson. He was here. He was the first one here, and he's a filmmaker. So he said to me, you know, or just before we went in, he goes, all these people are asking me, you know, like, were you really the first one here? So anyway, here's a clip of Randall Nickerson.
Well, first of all, Randall, it's always a pleasure to see you.
You too, Martin.
Yeah, and I love your hat. I got the same hat and shirt. But so tell me, we were in touch last night. When did you start standing in line here?
9 o'clock
Last night.
last night.
Last night. And how did you know to go to this side of the building so we can go through the tunnel and get there a little bit earlier?
I didn't figure that out until somebody had mentioned something here, but I knew this was the quickest way into the building, but at 7:30. But I found out from these guys that it's actually, you can get in at 7, go through the tunnel underneath,
Yeah,
and get in the line at 7. So
that's awesome. So how is your film doing these days?
it's getting there. It's getting a lot of theatrical attention, which is great. It's kind of been a movie that, you know, was made for theaters.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're just trying to get it around the world in theaters. That's
And
the
you were
main
just
goal.
in Tennessee last
Tennessee. We just had a really awesome screening in Tennessee.
Yeah,
It was
that
great.
was great. So it's funny, when I was walking around the building, I talked to some guy and he said, yeah, there's someone over there that everybody knows. And I said, I know exactly who it is. But anyway.
But I'm glad to be here to just support these guys that are taking the risk to testify, and they're some of our best guys, and I just really appreciate it, and that's why I'm here, is just to support those
that's
people
good.
for what they're doing, which is trying to bring out the truth, and so we can evolve a little bit, you know.
Yeah, do you have high hopes for this hearing, or do you think it'll help push things along where more people come forward?
I don't know how fast this will move, but I do believe that every little bit helps at this point. And there's just so many credible people coming forward at this time. I think it's just inevitable that we're entering a new kind of paradigm of, realizing we're not alone.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Oh yeah.
Just a huge
The
historic
biggest-
moment.
The biggest story or whatever, the biggest question answered.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be answered.
And I think it's exciting because then we can ask more questions, because we don't know very much about what's even happening.
Yeah.
Really.
You don't even know the right questions to ask until we know
Right.
more.
We don't have the vocabulary for a lot of these things. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well, great to see you as
You
always.
too as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, always fun to talk. And we just found out he's in the same hotel I am, so we're going to hang out tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. So it was, I'm going to play some more clips as we go along here, but it was really just amazing to be here in person, to get in that door, and then standing in line. It was fun.
Very fun. The time
all these
went by.
people
It was
knew you and knew me, and
yeah.
did a lot of selfies, and that was a lot of fun meeting with a lot of people right down the line. There were hundreds of people, as far as I could see down.
Thousands. I heard thousands outside the building when we were going in.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
There was a lot.
just that alone, that's a statement right there. That when all these people showed up from all over, it was really, really quite amazing. And we got in at 10 minutes of. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I filmed the entire hearing.
Yes.
So I wanted to do it from a bystander or someone in the audience, what it was like to be there. And unfortunately, it's kind of the back of the heads, but sometimes a profile of David Grush and Ryan Graves and David Fravor. But I captured them and the people asking the questions all from inside the room. So I'm going to premiere that probably tomorrow night. I got to edit it, put it together, but it's over 2 hours. It might be kind of boring for a lot of people, but I'm still going to run it and I'll be in the chat room. So I'm going to say tomorrow night, Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to put that video out, and it may be boring for some that already watched the hearing, or, it may be interesting to see from a different perspective. But so I just want to ask you, Chris, there was one phrase that David Grush said very, very loud, and we both got to meet David, which was very
it was
quickly,
awesome.
but, But the one phrase that he said very loudly, I don't know if you were watching the hearing, if you caught that, but he said, non-human bodies.
The bodies.
Yeah,
Yes.
he talked about the bodies. And
Yeah.
he very clearly said it very loudly that they were non-human. He wanted to make that very, very clear that that's what, not that he saw, but of what he knows about.
And he knew where the locations were.
Yes.
And he said he had already passed those locations and the people that had firsthand knowledge of it to
They already have that information. There's a lot of information, of course, that David Grush could not talk about that, but he has already spoken to other people about it. And that I think should spark debate enough for people to get really interested in getting this thing moving along. I mean, I feel maybe it's different because I was in the audience. We were both in the audience, but it feels like this is really something moving. And I heard a lot of people saying the same thing.
I did a tour afterwards, actually.
Yeah.
But so Sarah, thanks to Sarah, moderator for UAP Society, she couldn't get in. She was right behind me.
I know.
And they closed the door, and I was like, no.
Those people that cut in line,
They did, yeah.
and she couldn't get in. She was great. It's too bad.
Yeah, but luckily there was another patron, and he waited, and then
Yeah,
he got
they finally
in. So
let him in.
you could wait, and it was a capacity thing of the room.
That's right. That's right. So just a couple of things. I've got a couple of clips of Bert Chat last night live during the show. We heard about a tweet that he was bounced out of chairing the meeting. So someone right beside me asked him the question, and here's his answer.
What happened last night? There was some stuff going around on Twitter. It seems like the hearing's moving forward still.
We're still doing the hearing. Let's don't let that be a distraction.
So what
the
are you-
bottom line is we've got 3 great witnesses, and we need transparency. We need the government to trust us and quit saying we need more money to study this. Look, NASA's had it. The Pentagon's had it. Every defense department has had it. Turn loose the files. American public can handle it. I think it's time to release the files.
Any additional pushback in the past?
So that was Martin Willis was at the hearing. He was actually in the room with Chris Lato for the hearing. And he got to, it's on video on his show, he got to ask Burchett, Representative Burchett, a question. And he's got it on. So that was cool. And that was from last week. Anyway, it's a beautiful night here. Absolutely stunning. Low humidity, nice and cool out there, comfy. It's too bad it's not bug free. But it is absolutely, oh boy, Tycho. I can only imagine what Tycho wants. Is he locked out? Maybe. Oh, you're right here. What are you barking at? What the hell's he barking at? He's right in the room. Okay, let's. close this. I don't know why that's happening. It could be something outside. He was barking at the raccoon earlier. I have no freaking clue. Okay, let's see. I gotta check a couple of things. I'm always busy doing. Alright, I gotta go back. I don't understand what the hell's going on here. Okay. Okay. That's a camera outside. We don't want to hear that. Okay. I just gotta do a few things. Okay, we're good. What's up, Dwayne? I just started at 10, a little after 10, because I just finished doing a show. So I'm just trying to get everything coordinated. 'Cause it's always fun to get all this stuff going. And it's been a hell of a day. Mowed the lawn because it was so beautiful out. And that takes about an hour and a half. Then I had to take apart half of my garage to get these tiles so I could fix the front right here. And now I found out there's another tile that's busted, so I have to, hopefully I can figure out a way to slide out that tile from the bottom of the pile, but highly unlikely. So I'm gonna have to take everything off again and just to get a tile. But that's not for another 2 days, because I still have a lot of work to do out there and prep before I redo the tiles. So that's not gonna happen tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna pour the leveler. That's gotta dry thoroughly, 24 hours. And then I'll do the tiles, and then I have to do the grout. So it's like I'm rebuilding I'm rebuilding my deck out front. It's work. But it's good because it'll be like new again. But it's a lot of work. Oh, that's why, Mike, you know how beautiful it was here today. So nice, so comfortable. Yeah, it was still warm, but no humidity. And now it's dropping into the 50s for the next few nights. Can't ask for better. It's so awesome. Tekka, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? It's like he's searching for something. And he knows I'm talking about him because he's looking right at me now. And now he walked away. So it's always something. And then Wednesday, I have to go for my passport photo and send the money order to get the process started for my Native American ID card. Yes, Native American ID card, Taino from Puerto Rico. Thanks to an individual I met a couple of weeks ago at the Big Powwow, which is going to be incredible in October for a weekend. A weekend including camping out for 2 nights. So that's going to be interesting. That's actually going to be pretty cool. Because it's just going to be cool. So I already looked into it. What's allowed on the site to camp. So I'm going to bring my big cooler, pack it up, food. It's going to be a trip. Because I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, camping out for 2 nights. And the crazy thing is Bill's putting up his 10-man tent. So, good luck with that. Oh no, Mama's not going. Heck no. She'd want to come home after 12 hours. And it's a 2-hour drive. And that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So no. I'm going to go with a friend. A friend's going to go with me. And we're going to camp out for the 2 nights. So I have to be there Saturday morning early. And then the event officially ends 2 p.m. Monday. So it's going to be interesting. So much stuff going on. And we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm excited for it. I am excited. All the stuff that's going on. It's for my own stuff. And like I said, I thank the people that were at the Big Powwow. They were all helpful. All of them. In making this happen. Oh, you got a lot of yard work done, Mike? Dude, you don't even know. Because the other night I went outside. And I felt the tile give. And then I looked down and it's cracked. I said, oh, fuck. So I went to remove that tile and I see 2 other cracked tiles. I'm like, what the hell is this? And they just lifted, meaning water got underneath. And then I just kept lifting tile after tile after tile that was loose. And I was like, oh my God, I got to redo my whole deck. Because I had to lift 15 18 by 18 tiles. That's a lot. It's a lot. 15 of them. They're 1.5 feet square. So think about putting 15 of those together to remove. It's a lot. It's a lot of coverage. Right out there. So I'm like, every loose tile, because I have to check them. I have to check every one. Water got underneath and it compromised. Because of the crack. That's all you need is one crack. Now, I don't realize how long this crack may have existed. And it could have been broken for weeks with all this heavy rain. All that rain going underneath the tile, it compromised all the others. Especially when there's 3 that were cracked. Water finds a way. Water always finds a way. Well, it found a way. So as I was showing earlier, it's like that. And that's after putting 3 tiles back. So I had to fill in that area where you see where the plywood connects. Now that's the thickest pressure treated wood. Now you can see it looks dark because it was wet. You can see it's light in some other spots because it's drying. I have to let that thoroughly dry before I can put leveler on the left side row. I have to level that out. I bought leveler because it comes down a little bit when I removed it. There's a little pitch, so I had to buy leveler to re-level it out a little bit. That's easy. Then I have to let that dry. And then Tuesday, before the rain comes back Thursday, Tuesday, I will redo the tile and re-grout the tiles. So I got a lot of work. Look, that's a lot of work right there. Do not be fooled. And there's tiles missing that you cannot see in this image. Like the very bottom left corner, that's another tile. But that tile goes toward the edge. It's a cut tile. So that's tedious. It's a lot of work. So that was the surprise I found out from all the rain and damage. But it'll get repaired. That's the main thing. And like I said earlier, thank gosh I had 2 cases. That's why I always buy extra. Whether it's tiles or whatever it is. Thank God I had 2 extra cases of tile. Because 4 were broke. 4. And I tried to find that tile just in case. Can't find it anywhere. So it was a good thing I had in the garage 2 cases. The bad news was it was buried. I had to take half the garage out just to get to them. That was fun. And now I got to do it again because I still need 1 more tile in the garage because I found another cracked one. So I got to go through that whole thing again. Remove everything just to get to that case. And they're heavy tile. They are heavy. They're not light. Each tile is heavy. So, like I said earlier, thank God I don't have to cut them. Because it's the center tiles that were damaged. The water was sitting in the middle. In that bubble that you saw, the little pitch, that's where the water was sitting. Not a lot, but enough to compromise the adhesive. So that was my little project today, starting before the fall. And now this is the month also. I forgot. This is the month of wood. I have to order a cord. I usually order 3. But this, I don't even need a cord. Because this past winter it was so warm, I hardly used any wood at all. And maybe I used half a cord all winter. That's insane. I usually go to 2.5 to 3 cords of wood per winter season. This was shocking that I only used half a cord. So I don't have to order that much wood this year, which is a good thing. And all the wood is covered out there with tarps. And they're on, what do you call those things? Oh shit, skids. So they're not sitting on the ground and they don't rot from the water. Which is another trip, getting that whole thing set up for the firewood. But it's out there. I can actually show you on camera, but I don't feel like going outside and moving the camera. Because my luck, something bad will happen. But one night I'll show you what the hell's going on. There's actually some beautiful torches out there. Let's go do it quick. I need my glasses for this. No, I don't. Yes, I do. It is so beautiful. Back. No, I'm not taking you out right now. You're getting way spoiled every hour going outside. It's really, Tycho, really. So it gives you an idea what it's like out there. I heard that too, Tycho. I heard that too. I heard it. Just to give you an idea how much wood is out there. You just can't see because all the plants are blocking it. That whole fenced area, 40 feet, double stack, 6 feet high of firewood. But I'm gonna get a cord anyway. He's right here. He wants to go outside. He wants to go outside. I don't feel like going outside. Because that's what he wants. He's right by the door right now. He's right here. Oh. Hear him? And then I have to hear those little whines. Because he knows I give in. That. He knows I give in. He just knows I'm going to give in. Right? I know what you want. I know what you want. You want to go? You want to go outside? Let's go. I got to take him. Otherwise, this will happen for hours tonight. I just might as well get it over. What time is it? It's almost 11. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's put this light. He's right behind me. I'm gonna put this light, even if it interferes with the camera. It's gonna interfere with the camera a little bit, but I gotta see what the hell I'm doing out there. Let's go. got my keys. Where are my keys? Let's go. He tricked me. He had to go to the bathroom, but you know what he really went out for? To see what animals were out there, because he was barking at the raccoon back there earlier. That was more of a scouting mission to sniff out animals than really to go to the bathroom. He tricked me. He really didn't have to go to the bathroom. He just wanted to see what was out there. So that's what he just suckered me into going outside for. Slick. That was slick. Unbelievable. I gotta leave the headphones off because he's not in the room, and soon you're gonna hear him bark to demand to come into the living room, because that's what he does. He might be with mom now or in his room, because the big master bedroom, that's his room. So he either goes in there or he's with mom right now on the bed with her. But if not, he's gonna come to this door because it's closed. He's gonna start barking so he can come into the living room. That's Tycho. That's the kind of dog. He's so smart. But the house is cool now. But when it's hot, he knows this is air conditioned. And he's just dying to get in. That's how smart. I need to go into the air. I think I'm gonna get more soda. Soda. Just like thunder. or acts, and I love it. Does it annoy me when people say it sometimes? Yes. I'll be honest. It does. Because it's all the time. The joke is good once in a blue, but after a while it gets redundant, and I'm saying to myself, now this is almost getting to the point where it's sounding offensive. I'm just being honest. I mean, the joke is good for a little bit, then it doesn't become a joke anymore. It just becomes, okay, enough. I'll tell you one thing, the chats are quiet tonight. It's quiet. I may have to change that up. I may just have to go on YouTube, get off of YouTube, do my music thing, and I hate to say it, but do me. That's it. And it's gonna happen. And I'm on Rumble, Trovo, and Twitch, and Kick. So YouTube, have a great night. Be well, be blessed, be safe. But I'm gonna just sit back and relax. It's been a hell of a day, and I'm gonna just listen to music and watch my sky and see what I see tonight, because tonight is the peak of the Delta Aquarids. Could be 15 to 20 an hour. I'm not saying it's gonna happen now because it's still low on the horizon, but I'll be up for a while. So till the next time on YouTube, like I said, have a great night, and see you all, or whoever's there, sometime soon. Till the next time, peace.